So this sewing machine was breaking the thread every few seconds, maybe every 5-10 seconds it would break the thread. This is the ring that locks in place the shuttle. If you notice, this is a plate that sits on top of the ring with two screws. I'll show you in a moment the fix for this and the problem. If you look here, basically I'll show you in a moment on the machine itself, the thread sits inside this hole, inside this gap. And if you can tell, I'll show you zoom in, what happened here is at some point there was a deflection of the needle. So the person was sewing, perhaps did pull or had a material that was too thick or did pull on it, and the needle did hit the edge here, and actually the hit was so strong it did kind of puncture the metal plate. This is another picture. So this is a zoom in. There's like two nicks here. Basically this is where the needle did strike, so it's pretty impressive actually that kind of made a hole in here. So there is a fix for this, I'll show you in a moment, but I want to mention first, it may be possible to do the fix without removing this plate, but I think it's difficult because this is actually a small component. These screws require a small Chinese screwdriver, a flat one. It's not too small, so I think it's fairly easy to remove them. When you put back in place, make sure you align this edge here with this edge here. So you'll notice how it sits. This ring here has a gap on the other side which corresponds with this gap, but on the front side, on this face that's upwards, this edge must be aligned with this edge here, and basically the plate sits like a dome, slightly makes a dome on top of it, and two screws. You don't need to tighten them too hard. So again, this is the holes that were breaking the thread. The thread is kind of walking in here, it's vertical, and at some point it will just grab on this sharp, now that it's sharp edge, and will just break. The fix for this is I use a piece of tape, and I'm going to show you in a moment on the machine itself the result. I did use a piece of tape, and the important part is really just to cover this edge with that tape. I think it's a pretty long-lasting fix. Obviously, if you can find a replacement part, maybe just replace this plate. I don't know if it's universal or not, if it's the same on all machines, maybe it's not, but so the piece of tape has to cover this, basically to prevent the thread from getting into this hole. And what's important, and you'll see the results, is I did fold the piece of tape, fold it in two. So basically I did place an end of the tape here, then I did run the tape like this. It will be longer, obviously, double that length. And the end of the tape that was in here, I did fold it and run it underneath the metal piece. So basically the piece of tape, if you want, obviously you press on the metal piece to glue it in place properly, but the piece of tape goes from here to the edge, and make sure you fold it really against the edge. So don't fold it into the gap here, just against the edge, and then the other half of the tape goes underneath this area. It goes basically up until this end, but the other end of the piece is underneath, right? It's like a C. It's like, if you want, like a clamp. It's like a clamp that goes, I don't know how to describe more, I'll show you in a moment. So make sure you squeeze it properly in place to secure it properly in place. And it did work for me. It did work. I didn't sew 20 days on this. I'm just playing with the machine. It's really just for fun. So I think it's going to last. Let's see on the machine how it looks. And also in the comment section, I'm going to link you this video, because this shows how to remove the shuttle, on vertical shuttle, how to remove this ring and how to put it back in place. And that may not be that easy for some people. So just make sure you maybe watch this video in the comment section. It's going to be the top comment, the pinned one. This is how it looks. This is the piece of, I will show you in a moment, it's a paper tape. So again, it's really important to fold it just like I said. So basically the edge of the paper, it's covering those nicks. If you fold it the other way towards the front here, it's not going to cover the nicks, it's not going to work. So that's important part. Notice how when it's installed, this is the flat end of the metal plate, and that hole, if you want, that gap where the thread is sitting, it's on the other side. This is what I did use. Now, obviously, you can try Scotch tape, you know, the transparent thing. I think that one is really difficult to handle small bits that you need to put in there. So, and also my thinking about the Scotch tape is the glue on the Scotch tape is not that long lasting. Oftentimes, depends on the brand. So it's up to you. This is actually medical tape. It's called Diachylon. You find it in the all grocery, not grocery, but drugstores. Just ask a pharmacist or any person in the drugstore. And they have two types. The paper one, which is this, what I did use, and that's the good one, and the cloth one. The cloth one is too thick, and I don't think it has good glue on it. The paper one, it's good. And actually, my suggestion, just off the topic, this is really a nice replacement for Scotch tape. It's much easier to work with it. It's really just like paper, but with a good glue on it, and it's easy to cut, to handle. It's really nice. Anyhow, I did replace my Scotch tape for this. Yes, try with this. It's a couple of dollars in any drugstore, and I think the glue on this also will last for quite a while, so perhaps even better than the Scotch tape thing. Okay, hopefully it helps you with this kind of issue, and you can get back to sewing. Thanks for watching.